Good afternoon on what is a mild, grey and cloudy day. It is Wednesday, the 31st of January, and I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea. And a box to continue unboxing. And what I have got in here is Great Uncle Harry by Michael Palin. Now, this is another one of those books, which has been quite a big release and talked about, and also it got a reading on Radio 4, so that's where I actually heard it listed. I heard it in being read, and then I thought, oh, that sounds interesting, and then I saw it at the sale, and that's why I picked it up. So we've got some years ago, a stash of family records was handed down to Michael Palin, among which was a photograph of an enigmatic young man in army uniform. This, he learned, was his great uncle Harry, who perished at the Battle of the Somme in 1916, aged just 32. The discovery of both shocked him and made him want to know more. The quest that followed involved hundreds of hours of painstaking detective work, as Michael set out to trace his great uncle's journey from the comfort of a middle-class Victorian childhood via spells working on railways and tea plantations in India and on a farm in New Zealand to the slaughtering grounds of Gallipoli and Flanders. He pored over the surviving fragments of family correspondence and tantalisingly brief mentions in official documents. He scrutinised Harry's often frustratingly terse war diaries. He sifted through battlefield photographs to see whether the great uncle appeared in any of them. He walked the route Harry took on that fatal final day of his life amid the mud of northern France. As he did so, he gained a personal insight into what it was like to be a child of the British Empire and fight for king and country in one of history's most devastating conflicts. And a figure that had previously existed in the shadows was greatly revealed to him. Great Uncle Harry is an utterly compelling account of an ordinary man that led an extraordinary life. A blend of biography, history, travelogue, and personal memoir. This is Michael Palin's at his finest. So this is an interesting book in the sense that we tend to get our history books is talking about in the main talks about the great figures and the great events and the great movements and that sort of thing because they're easy to grasp and we can see the sweep of history. This, though, concentrates on just a single figure, a person, with due respect, essentially of no consequence in the big sweep of things. But he was important to his family, and also to his great nephew, Michael Palin, who wanted to find out more. His family, it does talk about, having lost him and mourning that loss. But at the same time, the author Michael Palin not knowing very much about him. That's what he set out to discover. And there are, of course, thousands upon thousands of people like that who have vanished into history. So, just click forward. Contents page. We've got a section of maps as well. And we start off with a preface. And a prelude. And there's the photograph that starts with it all of Great Uncle Harry. Not unsurprisingly, does actually look a little bit like Palin. And there we have the map of Harry Palin's journeys around, basically around the world, and his beginnings in life. So basically, he's journeying abroad, and here we have just a selection of photographs, and here's sort of photographs of Harry's father. And family, and that there is essentially the silver inkstand presented to Edward, the father. So there are items and possessions in the family still that date back further, and here are the notable members of the family around Harry. So as much as Palin can, he's not only chronicling his great uncle's life in prose, he's also doing it in pictures, finding out what he can, And remembering this is the beginning sort of like of an age where you would have these photographs. In the past, prior to that, there would be none of these pictorial records, and you think that these today we are spoiled by the pictorial record, almost inundated by it. So further forward again, and here we have an excerpt from his diary. And his, basically his service in the ill-fated campaign Gallipoli in 1915 against the Turks. And there, basically field of war, and then there's basically his name recorded on the cenotaph there, basically the memorial for his death. Sorry, and we've got a timeline at the back, and a family tree, and of course acknowledgements, a big bibliography, picture acknowledgements, of course, and the index, and Michael Palin's author blurb on the inside back page. So yeah, that is Great Uncle Harry, A Tale of War and Empire, seen far more from a very personal point of view, from basically from someone involved in both empire and war. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box, which I will unbox a book or game, or in this case, a history book that I will talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.